This is the Boss Lady Business Show with your host, Theresa Campbell, where we talk about how to leverage your business for growth in today's global economy, how to be an extraordinary businesswoman, and provide you with the latest tips and strategies to help you kick ass as an entrepreneur. If you're building an empire, this is the place to be.
Hello, and welcome everyone to the Boss Lady Spotlight Show. We are a product of Women Entrepreneurs International, a vibrant and dynamic group of women entrepreneurs from around the world. Literally, there are women from Ireland and Australia, New York, of course, Los Angeles, all points in between in the United States. Puerto Rico, of course, is represented, and we come together and share our stories of growing businesses, starting businesses, what it takes to succeed in today's economy, and sisterhood. So if you're looking for a vibrant place to hang out and network with like-minded women who are making it happen and growing their businesses, check us out. We are located on Facebook at WeBoRocks.com. We're located on Facebook, Weibo Rocks, and we do have a website coming, and I'm excited to say that we're also planning a conference for 2017. So again, we're Weibo Rocks, a dynamic group of women entrepreneurs representing the world from Ireland, Australia, Puerto Rico, and all points in between, and Canada. Shout out to Canada as well. Whoop, whoop. My name is Theresa Campbell. I'm your humble host here for the Spotlight Show. I am CEO and principal at BNextEntertainment.com, where we make dreams happen when it comes to starting businesses. If you're looking for creating your own kind of amazing, check us out. We're located on the internet at BNextEntertainment.com. I'm based in sunny Southern California. So if you're ever out in Los Angeles area, come and say hi. So tonight is not about me at all. Tonight is about sharing the story and the wonderfulness of Miss LaToya Wilcox. She is the CEO extraordinaire of High Society Event Management. It's located in New York, and I'm really excited to chat with her. Let me just go back. Yes, located in New York City, one of my favorite places, second to Los Angeles. I am a Hollywood girl and an LA girl, so I love my sunny Southern California, but my next city to hang out in is always New York. So I'm excited to talk to LaToya. If just a few housekeeping rules, if you have questions, if you would like to hire LaToya and her company, High Society Event Management, please chat with us and engage with us here on YouTube, or you can also leave a message on our Google Hangout page. So this is a multimedia event tonight. I just want to say that as well. We're streaming live on YouTube. We also have it, of course, on Google Hangout, and we'll be streaming also in our Facebook group. So if you want to ask questions there, you can go ahead and engage LaToya there. And, we're just excited to share how women are making it happen. And one thing that I found is that women definitely do business different than men. And it's not to say that one's bad or good. It's just that we have a way of approaching business and making things happen and being a success at it differently than men do. So I'm always excited to speak to my sisters in the trenches to find out how they make it happen. And here's the statistics that I like to tell everyone about. 1 in 5 women is a business owner. If you know 5, 1 is having a business, opening a business, starting a business, growing a business, you name it. She's out there making it happen. Support her. encourage her, talk to her. Women are making the world go around. We're changing things. So if you really want to be involved in changing the economy, I can only speak for the US and not really knowing the statistics overseas, but if you really want to make a dent in the American economy, support a woman-owned business. And with that said, I'd like to introduce and welcome to the show, Miss LaToya Wilcox. And LaToya is going to take it away. She's going to talk to you about her business and what she's doing, special events that are coming up. So LaToya, what I'd like for you to do is go ahead, introduce yourself to the audience and tell us about your business. And then if you have something special that you'd like to address, go ahead and talk about that. And you have the floor.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Theresa. I really appreciate you having me on tonight. Super exciting. I always like to connect with other businesswomen, so it's excellent. As Theresa mentioned, my name is LaToya Wilcox. I'm the CEO and founder of High Society Event Management, which is a full-service event planning company that focuses and specializes on corporate and special events. We are located in New York City, actually in the Bronx, home of the New York Yankees. So it's definitely a pleasure doing business there. With High Society Event Management, what we do is like I said, full service. So we do everything from venue procurement to marketing promotions to finding those unique vendors that you're looking for, on-site management, you name it, we do it. Our specialty is really focusing on the behind-the-scene work. I think a lot of people, when they come to event planning firms, it's definitely to bring the vision to life. And a lot of people tend to focus on the aesthetics and they forget the behind the scene work that takes place, which I think is just as important. So we focus a lot on the logistical aspects, and it's just been amazing so far. So I enjoy every last bit of what I do.
Awesome. With that, awesome. Really great to know. So why don't you tell us a little bit about why you started your business?
Oh, that's excellent. Excellent question. So the reason why I started the business was definitely to focus on my passion and fulfilling my purpose in life. I started out actually doing social promotion back when I was like 20. And I dipped and dabbed in it, and then I would pick it up and put it down. And about 3 years ago, I decided that I kept getting calls. People kept reaching out to me to find venues for them, to work on different events. And I just figured that it was something that I couldn't put down. And I think that when you have a passion, you can quit a job, you can change careers. But I think when it's your passion, it's like it haunts you and it keeps coming back and keep coming back. And I just felt that it was time for me to step out on faith and start my own business. And that's exactly what I did. And I truly feel that through my passion, I will be able to fulfill my purpose, because through the experiences that I have, I get to share that with other women, and not just women, but other entrepreneurs as well. And I'm very big on inspiring and encouraging and just being able to be a vessel to other people. And I think that following my passion will allow me to do that in life.
I love all of that you said, being a vessel for others and sharing your encouragement and your passion. We really need to do more of that. Wouldn't you agree that,
Yes.
Women in business, we really need to just, there's enough business for everyone. And
Correct.
Encouraging and supporting each other is the way that we're really going to stay the course. Right?
Correct. Totally agree.
There's something you mentioned that I would love to, you talk a lot about passion, and there's this notion that those who are most successful in business have a very strong why, right? Like why they are in business and why they do what they do. And some people say that you have your passion when you would do it for free, right? Or you would,
correct,
it's all you think of.
Right.
What's your why, LaToya?
My why. Again, it's definitely because it's just something that I feel, like you said, when you are doing something that doesn't feel like work, that's when you know it's your passion. I think another thing for me was the happiness and the motivation or the satisfaction that I get from doing something. And that's being able to satisfy clients. I'm very, very big on that. And I think that's why I do well and why I get the work that I do in the clientele, because they can see all of that. And just being able to make a person's dream come true, or being able to get them past their goal, their event goals, it just means a lot to me. And it's something that keeps me going. So for me, that's my why, is the satisfaction and everything great that comes from it.
Awesome. Love that answer. Also, going back to your passion and logistics you mentioned with regards to event management, what are some key strategies or tips maybe you can share with the audience about how to hold a successful event?
Excellent.
I know that's a big question, and I'll let you take it from whichever angle you want
It's so funny. It's actually an excellent question, and probably a little easy to answer, only because I did a little checklist of things, of actually like the top 10 things. And I'll just name like a couple that seem to be key for me to host a successful event. And the first one I would start with is definitely knowing your objective. Before you can start an event, I feel like everyone has a vision on what it is that they want to do. And when you start to have that vision, I just think that everything that you do, it needs to be written out on paper. And when you have that vision, you have to figure out what your objective is and what your goals are, because you want to make sure that you achieve those. So that would be step number one to me. And when you are writing these goals, you want to be very specific and you want to put deadlines to these goals. Number two, I would say, is being able to map out a plan, outlining everything that you're going to need in order to get this event done from conception to completion. So that could be everything from picking your venue to picking a DJ, knowing when you want to send out, when you want to start your marketing plan. All of that needs to be laid out so you can stick to those key deadlines. And the last one I'll give, because I think some people miss this and is very important, is actually creating a budget. It's one of the questions, you're laughing, right? It's one of the questions, one, anytime you go to look for a venue or any type of service provider, that's usually the first question that they're going to ask you, is knowing your budget, at least a dollar amount. You have some places, including my company, that will help you develop one if you don't have one in place. But it's something that you need. And I think especially for the corporate organizations or even small business entrepreneurs that are, let's say they're trying to do a launch party, being able to know what your expenses are is very key. And especially if you're holding a ticketed event. I have so many clients that come to me and they're like, this is what I want, and it's going to be a ticketed event, and I know that I want to charge X amount. And then I ask them, well, what do your expenses look like? And they don't know. They haven't did that part yet. They haven't done that part. So then my question is, well, how do you know how much to charge when you don't even know what your expenses are?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely a key thing. And I like to break everything down to them so they kind of know their break even point. They get to understand how much they would need to charge for a ticketed event in order to make a profit, or how many tickets they may need to sell. So it's very, very imperative that people do a budget. So those are some of the fun things that I get to do. Other people may find it boring, but it's my passion, so I enjoy it.
Awesome. And you know, that's really important, isn't it? Knowing your budget. So when you develop an event, you actually start from the expenses or the budget in order to determine the ticket amount. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Because
And
a lot of people do it the reverse.
Exactly. And you can hurt yourself because you may undercharge, or you may, if you overcharge, then okay, but you also don't want to undercharge and then you don't have enough to cover all your expenses. So it's best to know that beforehand.
Okay, awesome. And what are some of the sizes of events that you manage? Small, large events, to give us an idea of the scope of the services.
Right now is small to mid-size. So I've done everything from intimate functions to mid-size, which is probably up to about 300 people. Last year I did a food and wine festival that was located in the Bronx. Was a very awesome event. It was actually a fashion event combined with a food and wine festival, and that probably had about 300 plus attendees, and it was excellent.
Oh, that sounds nice. Very nice. And
they actually have one this year because it's an annual event. So I'll be the on-site coordinator this year.
Oh, fantastic. And what's the name of that event again?
This is the Eat NYC Bronx Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be held at, it's going to be August 12th. And it's going to be held at the Bronx Zoo. So that should be really fun and exciting. So I'm super psyched for that one.
That sounds fun. Speaking of the Bronx Zoo, what are some tips you can give the audience on selecting a venue? I know sometimes that can be a hefty look. If you don't have a venue, you don't have an event, right? Or they have chosen the wrong venue for a great event, and you forever color maybe your event in a negative way to your audience. Any tips you can provide to us for selecting a venue?
Well, I would definitely say first is definitely conducting your research. I think location is very, very key. I think that I'm big on themes. So knowing if you have a theme for an event, I think that when you are selecting your venue should definitely play into that because it sets the tone. So if you are having a very upscale event, you may not necessarily, you can't pick, say, a lounge or a bar or something. It definitely has to fit the theme. Or if you are more of a creative person, then you wouldn't pick an upscale restaurant or lounge or space for that type of event. So I think that being able to select a venue that plays into your entire theme definitely sets the tone for the event. I would also say being able to know what actual services that the location provide. I think some people forget to ask things like wheelchair accessibility. And these are things that kind of behind the scenes that people forget about. You want to make sure that they have kosher options and vegetarian options. So those are like little things, again, where my company would come into play just to make sure that you don't miss those things because those are key. And then also knowing your contract terms. So when you're picking a venue, you just want to make sure that all of that is in place. And that's just a few things.
All in the details.
All in the details. They always say that.
Right. Always in the details. I went to an event recently, and there were no vegetarian options for food. And although it was appetizers, it wasn't like a sit down, it was just grab your food and go. There were no vegetarian, and it happened to be during a Jewish holiday. So our Jewish friends at the event had some dilemmas. So they had to go and grab food. And anyway, very good point. Very good.
Excellent.
I want to segue just a little bit
No problem.
more about LaToya as a businesswoman and a business owner. Is there anything that you have found out or discovered about yourself along your journey of opening a business, starting a business that you didn't know about yourself before? What discoveries have you found out about LaToya along the way?
I think the discovery that I found was, I don't want to say is not so much about myself, but more or less like growth. And that was being more confident in myself and what I do and services that I provide. I feel like before I started the business, and even when I worked the 9 to 5, I had that issue. And it took me some time to understand who I am, why I'm here, my purpose, and knowing that we all have gifts and talents, and I have to use them, and I have to be confident in what it is that I share, because if I don't believe in what it is that I do, then no one else is going to believe in it. So that was definitely a growth phase for me, just along the way, being able to build up the courage to know everything that I bring to the table and to the world and to the events industry. So that was my discovery.
Oh man, I love that. I think you are so on point with that, because you're like me. I come from corporate, and in corporate, you know, you're there. And one thing I had to realize in corporate is that you're talented, you pass the test, you're in corporate, you've got a great job, benefits and perks and all of that. However, when you get into your office or you get into your cubicle, the dynamics change a little bit, and you start to question yourself, right?
Yes, yes, you do.
You really start to question your abilities. And then once you're on the outside of that, outside of the corporate walls, outside of the gates, as I call it, some of that residual, am I good enough? Can I do this?
Right.
Comes with you, right? And now you're having a business with that leftover residue from corporate America. And you're like, I know I can do this, but can I?
Right.
You're saying it, but you're asking the question at the same time.
Right, exactly. And I think that it comes into play. And I just think that anybody who's an entrepreneur have gone through this. And it's harder because now you're on your own. You have to work twice as hard than you did when you were working a 9 to 5. So it slips and it creeps, but that's where you bring in your support system. And that's when they kind of hold you still and let you know that everything is going to be all right. They give you that extra motivation and encouragement that you need in order to make it over that next hump.
Awesome. And you know, the support system is key. Really having people, like you said, to kind of mark the way for you. And what I find too is really important, people to say, you know what, that happened. It didn't feel good to you, but it happened to me too. And it's okay.
Right.
You'll make it through. You know, come over here, walk over here on this side of the path, or walk over here on the other side of the path, and you'll be okay. I think that is really important. Again, going back to the support system, to have people to let you know that you're okay. And it's not a bad thing for you to reach out to people and say, you know, I need some help, or did this happen to me? Is this okay? And like you said, in that, it helps to build your confidence, and you can get back to the passion and back to the talent.
Exactly. I totally agree on so many levels with what you said. Exactly.
Very cool. And let's see. I wanted to ask you one other question. This question of bootstrapping your business, right? A lot of the notion in America is that you really have to bootstrap your business in order to be a success. It may take you a long time, right? In order to do that. How do you feel about that? Do you think you really have to work hard, bootstrap, put in the time before you see the fruits of your labor? Is there a better, faster way, or is that just what we have to do?
I think that I think that it will take longer. I think that in order to work efficiently and effectively, we need support. We need to work with others. I think that the exchange of ideas with other individuals will allow you to get to where you need to be. And again, going back to it being done at a faster pace, being able to mastermind with others and having that creativity, and just making the possibility endless and limitless. So I do feel that sometimes we need to get out and network and be able to pull people in and just be able, like I said, to just exchange ideas.
Oh, wow. I love all of that. The masterminding is key, exchanging ideas, very key. I think the audience will appreciate, someone of your caliber and success and experience, letting them know that, hey, you reach out to people too. You have to network with people as well in order to stay in the game. Thank you so much for being candid. Thank you so much for allowing me to ask a little bit deeper and probing question. I really do appreciate you for that.
No problem. No problem. I'm loving it.
Awesome. With that said, why don't you go ahead and tell us about any events that you have coming up and share with us again about your business, High Society Event Management.
Yes, excellent. So one event that I do have coming up that's big for me is the Bronx Small Business Expo. This is actually the second annual. I started it last year, and the purpose of developing this event was definitely to showcase and highlight small business owners, definitely in the Bronx, but we still accept those that are in other boroughs throughout New York City. And I think that it's a great way for people to showcase their products and services, as well as network with other people who are just like-minded, going through the same things. We will have speakers, so it's great to also be able to come and get some great valuable information. Last year, it was such a success. Everyone was well pleased with the outcome. Everyone had a great time. There was a lot of promotion done for the event, and it's all about just growing this and making it bigger and better. A lot of times, I'm not sure how many people we have from New York City, but the Bronx, unfortunately, seems to get a bad rep. And I'm now a part of some different organizations within the Bronx, because I do want to be part of the growth in the Bronx and stimulating our community and economy within the Bronx. And I want it to be a pleasurable place. I want people to know that they can come to the Bronx and actually get great events as if they were in Manhattan. This event is also to kind of resemble what they do at the Jacob Javits Center. We're not there yet. We're starting off small, but that's definitely the vision for it to grow. So I'm super excited about that. The event is going to be held on Sunday, July 24th at the Bronx Museum of the Arts, which I'm also an advisory council member. So super excited about having the event there. Is going to be indoor and outdoor, so that should be really fun. So in addition to, like I said, in addition to being able to come and shop and network and get valuable information, we're also going to offer some photo shoots. So if you're looking, and I noticed that a lot of people need headshots. I've heard that. So trying to do something different and new. And so we're going to have that. So for people that are coming in as VIP customers, they'll have that option to do that. And I'm just super excited for anyone that may be interested in exhibiting at this expo. Feel free to visit www.bronxsmallbusinessexpo.com and just sign up, and you will be sent an exhibitor package, which will contain all the information that you need. Tickets will go on sale next month, so definitely be on the lookout. And if you want to get an update on that, And just to be in the know, feel free to visit our website at www.highsocietyeventmgmt.com. Please feel free to sign up and subscribe to our mailing list, and we'll make sure you get all the information.
Oh boy, let me key in those digits now. That sounds like a fantastic event. I'm
so excited. I'm so excited.
And it comes through. It really comes through. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate starting event, having an event, and being excited about the event, because you can invite 1,000 people, but if you, like you said, don't have the passion, you'll have 2 people there. So I really appreciate your passion. It comes through. The website again is Bronx Small. Please repeat it.
Sure, no problem. It's BronxSmallBusinessExpo.com.
Thank you. BronxSmallBusinessExpo.com, August 12th. Yes?
No, this one is actually Sunday, July 24th. Sunday, July 24th. Yes, and it's going to be from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The Bronx Museum of the Arts.
Love it. I might have to buy a ticket to the Bronx, New York.
Yeah, Theresa, come on.
I might have to take a summer trip.
Again, everyone, I'm just super excited about the Bronx Small Business Expo. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to have a lot of promotion. We already have some vendors that are already ready to go. When we did it last year, people loved it so much that they had already reached out to me saying that they wanted to come back and actually exhibit again. So that's just wonderful. So we're looking for a great turnout. So make sure that you mark your calendars down and make sure that you're there. So again, if you want to subscribe to our mailing list, it's www.highsocietyeventmgmt.com. And if you would like to exhibit, feel free to visit www.smallbronxbusinessexpo.com.
Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Mic check?
Yes.
Great. Again, I'm buying a ticket. Yes. I have to.
Bronx Small Business Expo. Look, that's what I'm promoting.
Yes. And it sounds so very well put together. And,
yes.
Who can't take too many photos? I'm always down for a photo shoot.
Yes.
So
that's going to be the fun
ladies and gentlemen, please buy a VIP ticket. Look, here's what I'm going to say. We can go out to the BMW dealer, we can go out to the Mercedes dealer, and we're always buying and supporting other businesses. And I just have to go here for a second. Not only are we not supporting women-owned businesses, we're not supporting in our neighborhoods, and we're not supporting, you know, I'm a Rainbow Coalition girl. However, we need to support our own at times. So go to the Bronx Small Business Expo and buy a VIP ticket. Don't be cheap on this, please. I just have to go there.
Thank you so much, Theresa. Let me tell you something now. I know we may not have that much time left, but you bring up a very good point. We need to start supporting our sisters, our women, and like you said, our neighborhoods and our own, because we will go everywhere else and we're the only one that can't keep a dollar in our community. Okay. And we have to change that.
Yes.
We have to do better with that.
Well, I tell you, again, I live in Los Angeles, and there are you probably experienced this too. There are many different cultures here. And I really do see the difference in cultures when they support their own. They support their own. And
no questions asked.
None whatsoever. And I'm a real big believer in that. So, again, audience, everyone watching, it sounds like a fantastic event. I'm down. I'm sold. Buy a VIP ticket. And if you cannot attend, gift and bless someone else who you know is in the area who may be able to attend. support. Are there any sponsorship opportunities, LaToya?
Yes, for sure. Correct. We're always looking for sponsorship. Last year, we did get some sponsorship actually from the venue where we did it, as well as some restaurants. And one of a baker we had who had sponsored some treats. So if there's anyone that's big on entrepreneurship and definitely supporting small business owners, or it's a Bronx business owner at that, definitely please feel free to email us at info@bronxsmallbusinessexpo.com. So we're always looking for sponsorship.
Awesome. Fantastic, my dear. My new friend.
Yes, Theresa. Yes, thank you so much for having me. This was excellent. We're definitely going to stay in touch, and I'll be more than happy to come back if you need me.
Yes, thank you. I definitely want to have you back on, to help you promote the show and the expo. So any last words you want to say to the audience before we go tonight?
Let's see here. There was one thing I wanted to say, and let's see what it was. I wanted to just tell people, those that are probably new starting or just still in the trenches with their business, is to mind your own business. And when I say that, I'm saying mind yours. Pay attention to your own business. It's great to watch the competition, but don't lose focus on your business watching the competition. Do not concern yourself with the timing of other people's success. We all have talents and gifts, and we are meant to arrive at our destination at different times. And when you start to look to the right and look to the left and look back, you miss out on what's right in front of you, and you miss those opportunities. So definitely just trust the process and keep going.
Ooh, preach on, preach.
These are jewels? Are these jewels I'm dropping right now, Theresa?
Oh my Lord.
Just a few. Yes. Mind it.
I love it. Yes.
Right? So.
Well, thank you so much, LaToya Wilcox of High Society Event Management. Really enjoyed tonight. Thank you.
Same here. Thank you so much for having me, Theresa.
Yes. Really, really, really appreciated all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, mind your business, okay? If you really want to be a success in business, stay in your lane. Don't worry about anybody else's lane. You can't possibly go forward looking to the side, looking to the left, looking behind. Mind your business. I love it. Passion, on point with the logistics in her event management. Definitely check out the Bronx Small Business Expo. Go on over to highsocietyeventmanagement.com. Check out LaToya, support her, support the event, buy a VIP ticket, get your photo shoot. And I really appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Again, my name is Theresa Campbell, CEO and principal of Be Next Entertainment, where we take care of all of your digital media and marketing needs here from sunny Southern California. And we do this show as far as the spotlight once a month. We do come to you every week with tips and strategies for being a successful woman entrepreneur in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great evening. Have a fantastic night, and I will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.
This is the Boss Lady Business Show with your host, Theresa Campbell, where we talk about how to leverage your business for growth in today's global economy, how to be an extraordinary businesswoman, and provide you with the latest tips and strategies to help you kick ass as an entrepreneur. If you're building an empire, this is the place to be.